Hello everyone, welcome to Sabre Virtual Demo, our brief videos explaining different features of PrintVis and related products. In this video, let's look at tool selection in PrintVis. As a label printer, you have a large investment in your die inventory. Of course, this inventory consists of not only different label sizes, but also different cylinder widths and circumferences. It is not uncommon to have thousands of dies and print cylinders. This makes locating specific die and cylinder options for a customer request both crucial and complex. One feature PrintVis includes to assist with this is the tool selection option. Let's see how it works. So let's open up a case. I'm just going to go to my list. From my list, let's open this case here. And I already have my basic information, my 25,000 quantity labels of a 5x3 inch, and it's 3 colors. So if I go to my job card, I can scroll across, and I would normally need to pick a roll length, or roll width, sorry, and a press to run on. But since I don't know the dies yet, that's hard to determine. So I could go over here and on my dies, I select a die. I can see from my table all the different sizes, different widths. And I could use standard Business Central function filtering to find what I need, very simply. Or I can use the tool selection here. So if I select tool selection, I can now input some parameters that will help me list and filter on just the ones I need to look at. So the first parameter we're looking for is the gap between, and they call that minimum distance on the front. So I'm going to enter 0.1 of an inch, and the maximum value is 0.25. So this is going to search my inventory for dies that have a gap between going around the cylinder of a minimum 0.1 to a maximum of 0.25. I could establish a distance across. We'll just leave that blank for the filtering. I can use a corner radius definition, and here I'm just going to select that they are limited to my rectangular dies by shape. So now when I go and apply filters, it will populate my table below based on my inventory. So from here I can see I have 2 that quickly popped up with dies. I have 2 options. They're actually the same die. I can run it on my 10-inch Mark Andy machine, or I have a digital Mark Andy, which is a 13-inch, and I could use that with an adapter. So I can also see that to help me from this information, I could use on my 10-inch, there's my distance front. This one happens to be 0.19 of an inch. I have 4 labels going around the cylinder. It defines the cylinder I use, it defines the die that I use, and it also gives me a calculation of the length of the run for this quantity based on using these tools. So I'm just going to select this one and select OK. And it now brings me to my normal option of surcharges. We'll just add some slitter blades on this one. And it allows me to update and confirm my inks. There's my 3 inks. And I now have my die selected, the imposition to format of the die, and my print cylinder that I'm using. So now all that's left, so I can go in here, I can define a paper quality to help me search. I want to use some BOPP material today, and let's just go and select. As you can see here, it's already selected my press. That was defined from my tool selection. And there we want a 10-inch roll. We do have some inventory, so let's go ahead and use that material. Now I can just define some finishing to finish off the job. Let's do some slitter rewinding. And we'll confirm that we're going to put these in boxes. And there it is, my quote's done. And that's how it works with the tool selection option. Thank you for watching our videos. Please follow our channel by clicking here, or click here for more great videos. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.